I told my dad that I'm disgusted by and ashamed of my brother. It started when my brother Tyler came home furious because his girlfriend Emma broke up with him. He's 23 and I'm 16, but he always acts like everyone owes him something. This time was different though. He kept saying Emma was evil and vindictive, but when I asked what happened, he got all defensive. He said she dumped him out of nowhere and changed the locks on their shared apartment. But then he mentioned he still had her car keys because she forgot to ask for them back. The next day, he left early in the morning and came back with this beautiful calico cat. I recognized her immediately. It was Luna, Emma's cat. Emma had rescued Luna as a kitten and absolutely adored her. When Emma's mom died last year, Luna was her main source of comfort. I asked Tyler why he had Luna, and he got this disturbing smirk on his face. He said Emma didn't deserve to keep her since she broke his heart. Then he said something that made me sick to my stomach. He told me he was taking Luna to the shelter tomorrow to surrender her as payback for what Emma did to him. He knew the local shelter was overcrowded and that Luna might not make it out. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This cat was completely healthy and loving, just confused about being in a strange place. Luna kept meowing and looking around for Emma. It was devastating. I told Tyler he was being psychotic and couldn't just abandon someone's pet because he was upset. He laughed and said Emma should have thought about that before she decided to hurt him. Then he said if I told anyone, he'd make my life hell. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Luna and how scared she must be. Around 1 a.m., I heard Tyler on the phone with someone, probably calling about shelter drop-off times. I knew I had to act. The next morning, Tyler left for work and told Dad he was taking Luna for a vet checkup later. Dad didn't know the real story. Tyler just said Emma asked him to watch her cat for a few days. As soon as both of them were gone, I called Emma. She answered immediately and sounded heartbroken. I told her Tyler had Luna and was planning to surrender her today. She went completely quiet for like 15 seconds, then started panicking. She said she'd been searching everywhere for Luna and thought maybe she'd escaped somehow. I told Emma to come over right now while Tyler was at work. She was at our house in 20 minutes. When she saw Luna, she literally broke down crying. Luna went absolutely crazy with joy, purring and rubbing against her. I let Emma take Luna out to her car. Before she left, Emma told me what really happened with Tyler. She didn't just break up with him randomly. He'd been stealing money from her bank account for months to pay for gaming equipment and nights out with friends. When Emma discovered it and confronted him, he became verbally abusive and threatened her. She broke up with him and kicked him out for his own safety. A few hours later, Tyler came home and went straight to look for Luna. When he couldn't find her, he started screaming my name. He found me in my room and completely lost it. He called me a backstabbing little brat and said I had no right to interfere in his relationship. Then Dad came home and asked what all the shouting was about. Tyler told him I let some random girl steal his cat. He made it sound like I just gave away his pet to a stranger. Dad looked confused and asked why I would do something like that. That's when I completely lost it. I looked at both of them and said I was disgusted by and ashamed of Tyler. I told Dad the truth about everything. How Tyler had been stealing from Emma, became abusive when confronted, and then stole her beloved cat for revenge. Dad's face went white as I kept talking. I said Tyler was seriously disturbed, and I was embarrassed to be related to someone so cruel and manipulative. I told him he was a pathetic person who couldn't handle the consequences of his own actions. Tyler tried to interrupt and deny everything, but I kept going. I said he was the kind of person who would hurt innocent animals to get back at people, and that Emma was smart to get away from him. I finished by saying I meant every word and would rather have no brother than have him. Dad just stood there in shock. Tyler stormed to his room and slammed the door. Dad asked if everything I said was true, and I told him absolutely. He sat down heavily and put his head in his hands. Later that evening, Emma texted me to say thank you, and that Luna was safe at home. She also said she was considering filing a police report for theft, but decided against it because she just wanted to move on. Dad came to my room around 11 p.m. and said he talked to Tyler. Apparently, everything I said was accurate. Dad looked really shaken and said he didn't realize Tyler was capable of something so vindictive. He thanked me for doing the right thing, even though it was difficult. Tyler hasn't spoken to me since.